Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we got to talk about Twitter because today, April 20th, 2023, one major change went into effect that I think is affecting a lot of people, and quite frankly, people are dropping the platform, and I want to talk about that. And there's another change too that basically is coming to fruition, and Microsoft just had a huge shot across the bow to Twitter, and so we'll start there. So if you didn't know, a couple of months ago, Twitter basically said that if you want to connect to their API for things like research, all those kinds of things, advertising or whatever, they are going to start charging you a minimum of a $42,000 US per month. That includes everybody from Microsoft that has obviously multiple accounts and research, etc., including enterprise corporations, research institutions, advertisers, whoever is using that API. That is pretty much pricing out almost everybody. And so Microsoft said that essentially next week their advertising platform is going to drop Twitter. And there you go. That's a huge financial blow to Twitter, which has already been struggling. Now, what happened today is, which is also what's making a lot of the news, is that if you had a legacy verified check mark from Twitter, it is now gone. And essentially the only ones that would have it are those that are paying the $8 a month Twitter Blue subscription. And so I went to Twitter today, I took a look, and sure enough, this morning I saw the blue check marks. This afternoon I did not. And those people that I know are notable people, and I'll just throw one out there directly, Michael Smerconish, at Smerconish. I follow him regularly. I also write for his website, full disclosure and all of that. And he has lost his blue check mark, as has pretty much everybody else. And there have been a slew of people that said, well, okay, then I'm going to leave if that's the case. And I know there's a segment out there that says, okay, good riddance, blah, 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 blah. But understand essentially what that did for those users. You have a lot of spoofing out there. And when you are talking about brands or notable people that can be spoofed to either one, catfish, run scams, do something like that, you've got a huge problem. So having somebody verified, whether it's Michael Smerconish, or I know and one of the vocal people has been Stephen King, the author, Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, in the Star Wars films. When you start seeing these kinds of people come out and say, like, well, this is not going to be tenable anymore because I can't be verified, they actually do have a valid point. These are people that have been run scam. And we hear about catfishing scams all the time when somebody thinks they are speaking to a celebrity and they're going back and forth and they start sending the celebrity money. There's multiple cases of that. And so I think that's an issue. And obviously when they rolled out the pay as you go for the blue check mark, there were spoofing that actually impacted companies. I believe it was Pfizer or another one of the major pharmaceutical companies that got spoofed, and that basically the spoof said, well, as of today, we're no longer going to charge for insulin, and that dropped their market cap billions in a single day. And so these things are huge issues. Now, interestingly enough, even before Elon Musk, took over Twitter and all of that, I use Twitter as marketing. You may be watching this video, on YouTube, but you saw it on my Twitter account. And interestingly enough, I was paying for Twitter Blue before Elon Musk took over, before the whole blue checkmark thing, because I got to edit my tweets. I could stack things up. There's a lot of really nice features that, somebody that is using it as a marketing platform is, could do. Or if I was using it for I don't know, 10,000 tweets a day. I'm not that person. I usually go on just to post these videos and podcasts and all that kind of stuff. But by virtue of that, here we are. I went ahead just out of solidarity and went ahead and canceled my Twitter Blue account, today. So I'll have that blue check mark apparently until, May of some point. But the point is that I don't think this was a right move for Twitter to do. And, you can look at it and be like, yeah, like screw the people that, are going to leave this platform and all of that. I'm not saying I'm leaving Twitter, but I'm saying I understand. And if you are somebody that has millions of followers and now somebody can spoof you, and possibly ruin your reputation, why would you want to take that chance? And so I think overall, these moves in the long run are going to be bad. I think there's going to be a lot of even more lost market cap for Twitter. I think they're going to lose more and more people, as a result of that. And as I wrote initially, in this, what's going to be left are those people that are, quite frankly, of one mindset. And when that happens, you can't really build that, envisioned town square of free and open communication that Elon Musk stated right out of the gate that he wanted. And so here we are. And one of the problems we've seen with other social media is that when it basically serves a niche community, it tends to lose and eventually fail. Parler would be a perfect example of that. When Parler first came out, it was built for everybody. When all these social media platforms come out, I usually sign up. I get an account. You never know what the next big thing is going to be, and I've already got a presence there then. Parler, though, ended up catering, very heavily to the right wing of this political spectrum. I'm not saying that's good or bad, but Parler came out a couple of days ago and said, yeah, we're closing, we're done, that's it. That catering to essentially one segment of the population is not a good strategy for growth. Because quite frankly, if you've got, let's say, a relative or two that is right, and you've got relatives on the left or whatever, you're not going to see everybody where everybody is, like a Facebook or what used to be a Twitter. So we're going to see where this goes. I don't think these are good moves overall. Charging $42,000 a month, to use an API for a research institution, I think is absolutely the wrong move to do. I think they're going to lose a lot of money. That was essentially advertising revenue. Advertisers are going to pull because they're not going to want to pay that on top of their already probably large advertising fees, especially when you're a multi-billion-dollar or trillion-dollar company like Microsoft is. So this is a huge issue. And we're going to see what happens with Twitter, but I predict, as I did at the very beginning of this months and months and months ago, that if this keeps on its way, it's pretty much going to die. And it's not going to die as in go away, but only a segment of the population is going to be left. And that's no fun for anybody. Why argue with people that agree with you on damn near anything? And why exclude everybody else? So there you go. Twitter used to be a big tent. I don't think it's going to be that much longer. We'll see what happens. But, here we go. Because I think this is really kind of nails in the coffin today. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter for as long as we're on Twitter, and feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everybody.